So, you want to get professional sounding results in your home studio without breaking the bank. This video is a quick tutorial on how to build your studio in the most cost-effective way to get the most professional sounds. This video is for bargain hunters, but people who are willing to spend some money in order to get the best, most professional quality sound at home. If you don't want to spend this much money or you don't know how to mix and master anyways, then you might want to check out my last video that's going to give kind of an overview of what you need to do to get pretty good sound at home. And if you really don't have any money to spend and you don't really have a lot of experience and you just kind of want to start recording your music, then check out my first video that keeps it all under $150. The first thing you're going to need is a microphone. I suggest a wide diaphragm condenser microphone. This is because it's the most versatile. You can use it for your voice, but you can also use it to mic multiple different types of instruments. Ideally, you want to have two microphones if you're recording any type of instrument. You're going to make it sound bigger that way because you can record in stereo, having a different image come through each speaker. Basically, it'll make it sound more like you're in the room with the music rather than having just like the sound coming directly from one source. You really can't go wrong with any Rode microphone, especially if you're spending about $200 on the microphone. My mic that I love is my Audio-Technica 2035. It gets the job done for me and it's only about $150. Next, you're going to need a pop filter. You only really need one though, because you're not going to be recording your voice in stereo. Your voice will be recorded in mono. For every microphone you have, you're going to need an XLR cable. In order to connect your microphones to your computer, you're going to need an audio interface. At this level, at a minimum, you're probably going to need at least two inputs into your audio interface. I really like my PreSonus audio box, but a lot of people like the Scarlett 2i2 as well. I'm making this video assuming that you already have a computer that's adequate for recording. I didn't. I had to build one because my laptop's a piece of junk. And of course, you're going to need a digital audio workstation or DAW. DAWs range from free to hundreds of dollars. You can choose what you want. I use Studio One. It came free with my audio box and I really like it. It works really well for me. Most professional studios use Pro Tools, so if you want to learn what like the industry standard is, then you can check out Pro Tools. If you want your music to sound high quality, you're gonna need a good pair of speakers. If you're thinking about releasing music without mastering it, don't think that anymore. Music that is properly mixed and mastered sounds way more professional, and I would never want to release something without first mixing and mastering it myself. I love my speakers. They were about $300 and they are KRK Rocket 5s. If your music has very powerful bass frequencies, then you might want to get bigger, more expensive monitors that have a more accurate subwoofer. One time I was at my friend's house and he was showing me his setup and he used these old karaoke speakers and he's like, yeah, these are my monitors. And I was like, ooh. On the topic of listening, you're going to need some headphones. So over-the-ear headphones are what you're looking for. You want to be able to block the sound out so that when you're listening to your tracks and singing into your microphone, you don't also hear the shadow of the tracks that you'd already recorded. If you did what you were supposed to do and spent money on a good pair of monitor speakers, then the headphones that you use don't matter too much because you won't be doing any mastering through them. If you want to go real cheap, spend about $50 in just about any brand of headphones. And lastly, we're going to need our MIDI controller. Now, I love my MIDI controller. I think it's made such a difference in my music, but maybe you don't need it if you're someone who really just wants to stick with voice and guitar or whatever your instrument is. My last piece of advice for you is to buy things used because a lot of times at this level, whoever owned these pieces of equipment understand that they are expensive, important pieces of equipment. I treat my equipment like it's my baby. I have bought a ton of equipment used and it's been awesome because a lot of times when I'm ready to upgrade, I then can sell that piece of equipment used and break even or maybe even make some money and then be able to upgrade efficiently. I hope you liked this video. If you didn't, write about it in the comments. You can comment with any questions you might have, any concerns. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to make me smile, and happy recording.